Hello guys, this is Wesley with my Guardian build. Rift at 1 here, well he has. This is my build. We sort of spread the builds around the new people, but I guess it's easier to actually explain the build in a YouTube video than it is typing it out to everyone. So I'm just gonna show it here. If you look at my traits, I got 00644. That's 0 in Zeal, 0 in Radiance, 6 in Valor, 4 in Honor, and 4 in Virtues. In Valor line, you get, let's say, you get Strength in Numbers. Strength in numbers should only be 1 Guardian per party, because, well, it's gonna affect 5 people only. It's like, well, about a party size. It's not shown up here as it's only gonna affect 5 people, but it is. It doesn't stack either. So if 2 Guardians run this, you're not gonna get 300 toughness based on your effective level. It's just 150. Only one of them is going to be effective, so the other one has to run something like Defender's Flame. Then you get Retributive Armor, which is going to be toughness converted to precision, 7% of it. So, in my case, 7% of my almost 2k toughness is going to be converted to extra precision, which is quite a nice boost. Altruistic Healing. This is the core of my build. Altruistic Healing heals yourself a lot just by giving buffs to allies. The healing of it is absolutely mental. You can just be on about half HP or even a lot lower. And when there's allies around you, you're just gonna spike yourself up to health. Not sure if I can show it here with the wall, but we'll see. See those heals in the middle above my character? That's just with every empower you're gonna give. Also with symbols, every virtue, every shout, it's gonna heal you that much. Especially with the cleric staff I'm running. If you look at honor, reduces recharge on shouts. It's huge. You need your stand your ground on cooldown a lot. You're gonna use it on rotation with other guardians. You basically got stability 1 and stability 2. Which will be on rotation in combat, and you can only really do that well if you have the reduced cooldown on your shouts. Then you get the reduced recharge on two-handed weapons. There's some discussions about this, but for now I am running this to just reduce the recharge on everything you got. Also on the empower, which is quite nice. You can empower more often, give yourself and allies a lot of buffs. And it just always helps. It's such a nice addition to it. You get in Virtues, Master of Consecrations. This is for me. It's to reduce the cooldown on Purging Flames. Not everyone should run Purging Flames. You should have a bit of combination with this, with Hallowed Ground and maybe a Sanctuary. A lot of people also run Wall of Reflections, but you don't want too many of those, because everyone's just gonna throw them down once. The reflection is nice, yeah, but if you have 6 fields after each other, only one of them is gonna work. Purging Flames can be used very nicely offensively and defensively, because you're gonna remove conditions from your allies. You're gonna reduce the duration of the conditions your allies have. And you're gonna do burning to the enemies. Next to that, it's a fire field, so people can blast it for might. So it's all adding up to each other for some nice buffs. If you look at my gear, I run PVT, Power, Vitality, Toughness, with Power as main stat. This is for survivability. The Power gives you some nice damage sustain, and you need the Toughness and Vitality to survive in the melee terrain. I run Trooper Runes for the extra removing conditions of everyone in your party, and sometimes more if there's not that many in your party. It's really nice, especially when you're fighting huge groups. You're gonna get a lot of conditions on you, and you're gonna have a nice vitality and toughness boost just from the runes. My staff is Clerics. It's for the empowers. You're gonna get extra healing when you're empowering. And I rarely use my heal shelter as an actual heal. I use my empower as a heal. It's off cooldown faster and it heals a lot more. Next to that, the healing itself, the healing skill, it's a block, so you're gonna use it against the melee terrain. The Greatsword, BVT, power over toughness again, but with fire and with force. Force is for the extra amount of damage. 5% might not sound like much, but it is a lot. It is a huge damage increase if you're already doing a lot of damage. Next to that you get the Superior Sigil of Fire. 50% on critical, you're gonna trigger Flame Blast, and the Flame Blast does nice damage, especially AoE. So if you get like 5 people just proccing that in the first clash, it's gonna do some nice AoE damage. Another trick is to put Bloodlust on your staff and on another underwater weapon. Because when you dive, you're gonna lose your stacks if you don't, and it's quite annoying. Trinkets should be full Celestial. I know I don't have it here right now, but it should be. Celestial adds up really nicely with the food. You're gonna get some nice critical chance, some nice critical damage, and you're gonna add up to every other buff you need, basically. I'm not done with my Celestial yet, so I just fill it in a bit with Clerics and with a Zerker backpack. What you could also do to start with, because not everyone's gonna have Ascended Celestial right at the start, is just start out with these trinkets. It's nice to start with, and you're gonna heal yourself a lot. It's gonna give you that extra tankiness and extra healing power. And if you're a new Guardian, it might help you out a lot. You also have a hammer. You don't need to run Greatsword. It's really what you prefer, because if you're playing with a weapon you don't prefer, you're not gonna do well with it. So try them out both and see what you think is best. For the hammer, I'm not sure if you should go Force, because the hammer is not that fast, so you might need Fire and Hydromancy on it. Hydromancy is just when you switch over, you're just gonna blast an extra time. Might be something better for Hydromancy, but I don't use my hammer that often, so I don't really know that one. Looking at the skills, I'm just gonna equip my Greatsword for a second. Well, you get the Empowers. Basically, when you're raiding, keep this on cooldown. It's your main skill. You're gonna heal, you're gonna buff. It's awesome. It's just an epic skill. It's gonna apply 12 stacks of might to people around you, even Doliacs. Not that they really need it, but it does. The symbol of swiftness, well, as the name says, it's gonna give swiftness to everyone, even dollies. And next to that, if you use your symbols on down people, they can't heal up. There, you can just you throw it down, and for 4 seconds they can't ask for the help skill. And they will stay down for a bit, and you're gonna do some nice spike. If multiple Guardians do this, every downed people on that area is gonna die. So just keep that in mind. Spam number 2. Not enough Guardians do this. It's nice damage, it's a nice heal. It's generally a very good skill. It's just not used that much, except for taking down siege where a Guardian can't reach. Line of warding, pretty obvious. It takes down everyone that does not have stability on one single spot. If you throw it down right in where a spike would be, they're just gonna stand still on it and knock them down. It's quite an annoying skill to have against you. Greatsword, it's standing up right now because it thinks I have a staff or something. You get the leap, which is a nice skill. You get the symbol for the down people, and you get the spin. This is high DPS, but one thing you have to really watch out for with the Whirling Wrath is retaliation. If you throw that skill right in the melee terrain that has retaliation, you're gonna kill yourself. You're gonna drain half your HP just by using that skill. Auto attack, yeah, I don't really use it that much except for when I have everything on cooldown. You get the pulls. Pulls are epic. Use it on clashes, when the commander shouts out, whatever. It's gonna, everyone that does not have stability is just gonna get thrown towards you. So you can spike them again. It also calls people back that are a bit low on HP, which is really nice as well. So it's generally just a nice addition to your skill bar. I can show the hammer. As you can see, the sword has a leap. The hammer does not. So what you do when the rest is leaping off, you're gonna use your immobilize. It has about the same range, and it's gonna keep people there. It's quite nice. It might not be a long immobilize, but 2 seconds is a long time to get people spiking. So you're gonna get stuff there that's just gonna stand them back in their spot, knock them down, whatever. As you can see, the hammer still does nice damage. If you blast it, you do retaliation. And it generally has nice damage. It's just not as fast as a sword. You get banish. Don't overuse it. When there's people on you to spike, just don't throw people away. It's quite annoying because you're gonna have less people to spike damage on, even though they're just stuck in their place. You're gonna banish them out, and the spike's gonna be useless on them. It's quite far, as you can see. You get the ring of warding. It's a really nice skill. If you're using it on a place you're gonna bomb, it's gonna keep people there. Possibility. You gotta watch out for though, especially when you're starting to use it. A lot of people tend to run out of the ring of warding while casting it. So it's not gonna cast, you're just gonna like half cast it, then run off while the spell's not done yet. And it's gonna be on cooldown, and you didn't even do anything with it. Shelter, as I explained, don't use it as a heal, use it as a block for when the melee train's hitting you. It's really an oh shit skill, which is nice as the melee train because you need those. Stability, keep it on rotation. It also gives retaliation to yourself and to your allies, which is gonna damage the enemy when they try to damage you. Hold the line, gives protection. Protection is really the main stat on this skill. Regen is nice, but not the main thing for it. 33% incoming damage reduction is a lot. If a melee train's hitting you, there's just out of those 9 people, for example, only 6 of them are going to hit you for damage. It's just it's a huge boost in defense. So don't face roll the skill. Use it when you think you're gonna get a lot of damage, and use it before you're gonna get a lot of damage, not when. Because when you use it, if you're already getting damage, it's too late. Purging Flames, like I said, offensive and defensive. You'll learn to use it later. Unit Focus. It's 2 seconds of invulnerability. It's another oh shit skill. Downside is you can't really do anything but use shouts and virtues while using it. So you just have to run through, not doing anything. It also recharges your virtues, which is nice, but don't use it for your virtues all too often. You can use it maybe for an easy fight and you know it's won already, but don't use it to actually recharge your virtues in a tough fight, because it's gonna screw you over. Then on to the virtues. Virtue of Justice. With my build, you're gonna apply burning to the enemy. Then you're gonna give 3 stacks of might to 4 allies and yourself, which is of course really nice. You get the Virtue of Resolve. Regen, not the main stat again, but it still does nice healing. You can have Retaliation, and you're just gonna do general healing, which is which you're gonna remember is higher with the staff if you have a cleric staff. Let's look at the difference here. It's 130 difference. Virtue of Courage. You gotta time it together with stand your ground for extra stability. Gives 1 block. It's don't use it for the block itself. It's gonna give protection, which is really gonna help you again. And retaliation, of course. Retaliation is kind of one of the main stats as well in this build. I can show you how much I stack with this one. Let's see. Let's switch to my greatsword. Just look at how long my retaliation lasts. It's quite long. Let's see.
I'll return the favor. Stand your ground.
Then again this, and look at how long I still have. It's still like 16 seconds when I was done casting everything, and I wasn't that fast anyway. So it's quite a long retaliation. It's just generally a very nice stat because it's gonna screw someone that spikes you over. So I guess then we only have the food left. Right now we use oils. Use the potent master oil. It's only a bit expensive than the one that lasts half an hour. Boost is the same, but it's slightly more expensive, but not as expensive as two normal ones. So just use the potent ones because it's gonna last. It gives you precision to your equal to some vitality and some toughness, which is generally a nice boost if you look at my critical chance. And I'm not even a particularly high damage output Guardian. You have them much higher. Ball of lemongrass. It's kind of the main food. You sort of need it. It's gonna reduce conditions on you. It's gonna give you extra vitality. And if you don't run it, you're really gonna notice it once you get used to it. So I guess that was it for the explanation of my build. So good luck. Any questions you can always whisper me in game. My name is right now Anton Battleborn, and this is the account name. So let's follow it up, and good luck playing.